couple people ask about doing the journals that I do. I don't really have a good way to explain the things that I'm doing at all. I'm going to start with actually just showing you, for example, planning a printable page. So this is a printable from KB and Friends, and it's been cut out. What I did after, let me get up here. Sorry that the lighting is not good either. This is not like a filming area. This is where my sewing machine is. So this is a printable from KB and Friends, and it normally has a paper border on the outside, obviously, from where it's, you know, a 9 by, or sorry, your letter size. After this is printed, because this is, like I said, her printable, I actually flip all my papers over and print another digital when I can. This obviously is not necessary, but this is one way to avoid having a blank white on the back. Having a blank back, there we go, is not a disaster by any stretch of the imagination. You can ink it, you can stamp it, you can leave it blank, you can doodle, you can do all kinds of things. But while I have these in there and I'm printing, I just go ahead and print another digital I have on the back. You can find digitals all over Etsy and all kinds of other places. So in this particular case, when I trimmed, I let the white edge on the end hang out so that I have a place where I can put a trim on. So this is just ribbon trims. I think I got both of these, I believe, from Joann's. And so I've cut them, measured them. I've just used these clips to put them on there until I could make it over to the sewing machine. I have a light pink thread in, whoop, whoop, there you go, don't make you all sick. And I'm just going to stitch on these trims on the side real quick. So I'll be right back. My ends are trimmed and sealed so that pattern won't fray. This trim really kind of doesn't need it, but I kind of did it anyway just in case. So now I have a decorated page. You don't have to do this at this stage, but it's definitely easier. So I'm going to now turn around. I'll walk us over to the scoreboard. I have a cover under construction here. So in a few recently of my journals that I've shared, I've talked about how I printed my own pattern onto the silhouette printable paper. Again, sorry for the lighting. So this was the paper. I've trimmed it down because of course it wants to print with a white border. I've cut it in half. And right now I'm going to go ahead and make the spine. So you don't have to cut it in half if you don't want. It's just that you will be very limited to the width of your journal. So by adding something here, it extends the length, and it also gives it, well, I guess width, whichever way you're looking at it. It also just gives it something kind of cool. I've used everything from glitter fabric to faux leather. This is actually a ribbon trim I got forever ago from Hobby Lobby, and it's the same kind of like, it's got like a cloth backing, so it's you know, really durable. So I'm going to stitch this spine onto this pattern, and I will then back it, which I haven't fully decided what's going to be on the back side of that yet. So sorry, I've got like 1,000 projects going on. But now that I have this on here, I come to my scoreboard and I'm going to score it, this particular one right down the middle, since it looks kind of like a book, and that will be a page in the junk journal. You get that nice crease, nothing wrinkles, and now here is a nice page ready to do whatever I'm going to do with it. And so that is decorating a page before it's bound. You can definitely do this part after it's bound, depending on your workflow. I never do things in any order, and it's always different because that's just how I function. Fabric tack would work just as well. I like to have some stitching elements in the journals I make, and then you do get to see a little bit on the back side. There you go. Good. Just gives it a little extra cool texture. So, and technically the butterflies are upside down, so it's cool. Whatever. Journal. So I have a few of these from this particular KB and Friends printable set that she has. This was the pattern I printed on the other side of all of these. This one I scored the reverse, so the extra pattern. This is just something I already owned, and that is the KB and Friends. And then here's another one, and there's the pattern. So again, this is a starting point using these particular printables, and then I will fill the journals with other kinds of pages.